All right, I thought I'd do a little comparison video here over a suspect target that I've found, not dug yet. I'm standing on private property right now that I've got permission to hunt, and I found a real nice Spanish bit. I don't know if it was smaller than a Spanish bit maybe, but now I'm going to tilt my head back and you see that tree line. You might see a white sign or two down there on some trees. Now that's the government property line. In case anybody gets any wild ideas. And you see the machines I've got here. I've got a DEUS with an 11-inch low frequency call, a 9-inch high frequency call. I've got the Equinox with a stock call, the Tarsacci unit. I got the Amphibio with the stock call Amphibio multi. I've got a target here that I've located with an Equinox, and I'm going to compare these detectors on it. I've looked at it with some of them, and I'm going to be turning the camera on and off to try to keep this video short, but maybe you all can draw some conclusions based on what you see in this video. Equinox in Gold 1 mode, and that's how I found this target. Now it's somewhere around this white piece of paper here. I've marked it, okay, and I'm going to let you hear it. And I see the numbers 8 and 9 coming up in the meter. Okay, now if I go over here to part 2 and check it, not as good a signal probably, but it's ID's a little bit jumpier, but you can clearly hear it. Okay, and pinpointing it, pinpoint's sort of small. I suspect it's a small piece of lead, but now I could be wrong. It could be a button. This area here is real old, got a lot of history behind it. I've checked this machine in single frequency, 15, 20, and 40. I'm not going to show it on the video. I actually get a little tone on it, but it's trailing tone. Real cold, sweep sensitive, and be real easy to miss in the wild. So now we're going to fire these other detectors up, have a look at this, and then I'm going to try to live dig it. Tarsacci unit fired up. Now I made a comment on a forum last week that I thought this detector was unmasking in this soil better than a DEUS low frequency call. And after today, maybe y'all agree with me a little bit. I've got it in mixed mode right now. This is 18 kilohertz. I'll let you listen to it in mixed mode. Now the volume on this thing is not overly loud. I'll try to get down here close to the actual external speaker so you can hear it. Okay, here's what it sounds like in all metal. So I can hear the target in all metal, and here's disc. Maybe you can hear that. I'm down here sort of close to the speaker. I can definitely hear it. Two-way signal coming back and forth across it. I'm not going to check this unit at any other frequencies. I'm going to go ahead and put these others on. Okay, here's the 11-inch low frequency call on this DEUS, and I've got it in a hot program. And I'm running about 92 sensitivity. I've got it maxed out so you can hear it as far as the audio response. Okay, here's reactivity 3, and I've got the silencer on -1. No tricks. Okay, here's reactivity 2.5. I hear it barking a little bit occasionally. Reactivity 2. I would never find that right there. I would never locate this target with this call right here, based on what I've seen. Now, I've checked it in deep mode, and I didn't see any improvement with it. We're going to try the 9-inch high frequency call on the DEUS next. Okay, here's the 9-inch high frequency call in a hot program. I've got the sense jacked up on it, 93. Okay, here's reactivity 2.5. Now I'm in 28.8 kilohertz. It's a disc level of 6. Put it in pitch tones. I can hear it better if it'll give a tone on it. Okay. Acts very much like the Equinox does in single frequency. It just barks on it occasionally. It's reactivity 3. She's hitting it right there a little bit. Boy, it's a light hit occasionally. Reactivity 2. Okay, so I wouldn't dig it with this machine either. I don't believe I could ever find it. Here's the Amphibio with a stock call. I've got it in 20 kilohertz. I got the gate at 95 in 3-tone, disc of 0, I set of 0. I don't hear anything. If I go up here to 2-tone, that's a 92 gain, disc of 0, I set of 0. Pinpoint. So it's trying to hit it. It's giving some mixed ID. I'm going to change the frequency on this one to 14. Okay. That's giving all iron. I'll go back to 20. So I might find that with this machine right here on a good day. Well, you got to get just, you got to get just right with a call on it though, as far as centering it. There's no slop allowed. One more time. Now watch this. Park 2. I have a whole lot more latitude detecting this target right here with this detector right here compared to. Okay, we'll dig it and see what we got. Plug dug. Now look here, you can see how deep that plug is. That's about 5 inches, and look where that find is. So we know it wasn't real deep. Okay, there it is. That's a musket ball. The fort used to stand right behind me here just a few feet. So that find wasn't probably, I don't know, 4 inches deep. Now this soil down here put 6 dots in a DEUS meter, okay? It's not super hot, but now it'll play tricks with detectors. Of course, this being round, it can play tricks on some detectors too.